If you master candlestick psychology in binary trading, then you don't have to trade all day. Just one focused hour is enough to make serious money. This sounds very simple, right? But 90% of the traders are still losing while trading binary option. Not because their strategy is bad, but because they don't understand what the candles are telling them. In this video, I'm going to break down everything about candlestick psychology, including the hidden message behind every candle, which you will not find in any other YouTube video. So don't skip a single second, because this video is exactly the answer to your question why you are not profitable yet. Alright guys, so today I'm going to break down the psychology behind every single candlestick. It might look basic at first, but trust me, it's not. Because most of what you have been applying until now is actually wrong, and that's exactly why you're not seeing consistent result. Now, pay attention to my cursor here. We're going step by step from basic to advanced, so make sure you follow carefully. Now, look at the candlestick. This is a bullish candlestick with no upper and lower wick. This candle is green because of the closing price is higher than the opening price. If you observe closely, the opening price of a green candle is always at the bottom and the closing price is always at the top. That's why it shows a strong buying pressure. Since this candle has no wicks at all, it is called shaved candle. A shaved candle indicates pure momentum. Buyers were in full control from start to finish. Because of this trend, it can behave in two ways. Either it can signal a strong reversal, or it can continue pushing the market further upward. Now, after the shaved candles, the second strongest candle, according to candlestick psychology, is bullish tailless candle. If you see this candle, this second candle, it doesn't have any lower wick. The lower wick in a green candle is always the tail, and whenever there is no lower wick but only upper wick, this candle is considered as a bullish tailless candle, and this is the second strongest candle according to candlestick psychology. If you observe closely, the price opens at the bottom, moves strongly upward, making a wick, and then close as at a certain level. At no point the market or this candle moved below our opening price. So this is the second strongest candle. Now coming to our third kind of candle, this is bullish headless candle because it doesn't have any upper wick but only lower wick. So this particular candle opened at a certain point, went all the way down, made a wick. So initially this was forming as a red candle, but at the last moment, because of its closing price, it turned into a green one. It closed as a green one. In comparison to our second kind of candle, which is our bullish tailless candle, this particular candle, which is bullish headless candle, is comparatively weak because of its opening and closing price. Why? Because this candle was initially forming as a red one, but at the end, because of buyer's momentum, this closed as a green one. Now let's move on to our fourth kind of candle, that is spinning top. If you watch closely this candle, the wick size, this candle is called spinning top because of the wick size. They have equal wick sizes on both sides. If the wick size is not equal, we will not consider it as a spinning top. If you see here, the opening price is here. It went all the way down first, and then again this candle went all the way up, forming a wick and closed at a certain level, making the wick size similar. So this is called a spinning top. It doesn't matter what the body size is. If the wick size is comparatively equal, then we will consider this as a spinning top. Our fifth candle is a hammer candle. If you see this candle, the wick size is twice longer than the body. If a candle has a wick twice or thrice longer than the body, then we will consider that candle as a hammer candle, and this is a regular hammer candle. This is a regular type of hammer with its wick twice the size of the body. If the wick size was not twice the size, and if the wick size was smaller than the body, then we would consider this as a bullish headless candle, this candle, okay? But here, since the wick size is twice as long as the body, we will consider this particular candle as a hammer candle. Similarly, in the same manner, we have got another kind of hammer, and this is inverted hammer. Why this is inverted? Because if you watch closely, this is in an inverted shape with no lower wick but only upper wick. Why this is inverted hammer? Because if you watch closely, the wick size is twice the size of its body. If the wick was not twice the size of the body, we would consider this candle as a bullish tailless candle. Why? Because it doesn't have any lower wick, but only because of the wick size, it is twice as long as its body. This is called a inverted hammer. This looks very basic, but at the same time it is very, very tricky as well. Okay, so you have to pay attention to what I'm saying. And the next kind of candle is doji. Doji is an indecisive candle. The opening and closing price of a doji is same, which is why it is called doji. And whenever you see a doji candle in a market, then you will have to know that the market is in an indecision situation. Now, after covering bullish candlestick psychology, let's go and check out our bearish candlestick psychology. Why this candle has become a red candle? Why? Because of the opening and closing prices. The opening price of a bearish candlestick is always at the top and the closing is always at the bottom. Now, coming to our second most strongest candle in a bearish candlestick psychology is a bearish tailless candle. In a red candle, you have to understand this, listen carefully. In a red candle, the tail is always at the top. And whenever there is no upper wick and only lower wick, then this red candle is our bearish tailless candle. And this is the second strongest candle in a bearish candlestick psychology, because a red candle tail is always at the top and the head is always at the bottom. The psychology behind this particular candle is it opened at the top, went all the way down. Initially, this candle was a strong red candle, but because it pushed up and closed at a certain point, this candle closed as a bearish tailless candle. It doesn't have any upper wick, so this one is bearish tailless candle, and this is the second strongest candle. Now, coming to our third kind of candle, this is bearish headless candle. If you observe this candle does not have any lower wick but only upper wick, and the psychology of this candle is it opened at a certain point, went all the way up. So it initially was becoming a green candle, but because of the seller's momentum and seller's pressure, the closing price was below the opening price, which is why this candle does not have any low wick. It closed as a red one, and this is comparatively weaker than the previous candle, which is our bearish tailless candle. Now, the fourth kind of candle is similar to what we have already discussed earlier. This is our spinning top. The only difference between a bullish spinning top and a bearish spinning top is because the opening and closing price is different. So in this candle, the candlestick psychology is it opened at a certain point, it went all the way up, and then it went all the way down, making equal wicks, and closed at a certain level, closed below our opening price. So this is a red spinning top. If the wick size is equal, then we will consider this as a bearish spinning top, but if the wick sizes are not equal, then we will not consider that as a spinning top. Now, coming to our next candle, this is a hammer. Same situation, but only the opening and closing prices are different here. The candlestick psychology of a red hammer is it opened at the top, went all the way down, and it initially was becoming a bearish Marabuju candle, but because of buyer's pressure, it went up and closed as a red one. Because of the opening and closing price different, this closed as a red hammer. This is the fifth kind of strongest candle in a candlestick psychology. And coming to our sixth hammer, the next hammer is our inverted bearish hammer. The candlestick psychology behind hammer is same. The wick size should be twice or thrice times bigger than the body. And if you see in the inverted hammer, this hammer wick size is also twice uh, the size longer than the body. The candlestick psychology behind this inverted hammer is it opened at a certain point, went all the way up. So initially this candle was becoming a green healthy candle, but because of the selling pressure, it made a closing price below our opening price, making the wick size twice as long as the body, which is why this candle closed as an inverted hammer. In compared to all the other candles in candlestick psychology, this is the weakest kind of candle. So I will explain the uses of this candle in my next video. And also this doji, this is an indecision candle. You can see a red doji or a green doji. It doesn't matter. The color of a doji does not matter, but the color of a hammer candle matter because the opening and closing prices are different. So after this, we will come to analyze the difference between headless and tailless candles. Now, many of you often get confused between headless and tailless candles, so let me explain this separately and I'll make it very simple. A green candle with only upper wick and no lower wick is always stronger, and a red candle with only lower wick but no upper wick is always stronger
after the bullish and bearish Marubozu candle. Now analyze this. The opening price of a green candle is here. It went all the way up to this wick size, and this was initially becoming a strong green candle, but at a certain level it closed, and now it only has wick, but it closed as a green candle. But in this case, it opened here, went all the way down. So initially this was becoming a red candle, but buyers pushed it and closed in a certain level, and now it became a green candle. So you know the difference why this candle is stronger than a bullish headless candle. Why? Because this candle initially was a green candle, closed as a green one, correct? And the second candle initially was a red candle, but it closed as a green one. Now you have to decide which one is stronger. Similarly, in red case, it opened at a certain point, went all the way down. It was initially a red candle and it closed as a red candle. But it opened at a certain point, went up. It became a green candle, but because of the pressure, it went down and closed as a red candle. So initially, this was a green candle, but it closed as a red one. So you have to compare why I'm telling you that the candles have different strength. If you have still confusion, feel free to replay the video and watch it again carefully. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment below. I'll be happy to help you. In this video, we have covered the basic of candlestick psychology step by step. In next video, I'll be going even more deeper and covering more advanced concept to level up your trading skill. Also, don't forget to join my Telegram channel. The link is in the bio for more updates, strategies, and trade setup. Until then, happy trading and stay consistent.